I think it's pretty bizarre for sure. He has a lot of guts to do what he did.
You might not believe just how far an inmate will go to try to get out of jail. Good evening, everybody. I'm BRAUN.
And I'm Cami Dierking. It took nerve for an inmate in the Hamilton County Jail to pretend that he was a judge over the phone.
There are recordings from inside the jail of an inmate posing as a judge. In a story you'll see only here on Local 12, Deborah DIXON shows us how authorities say his impersonations didn't stop there.
April 10th, 23-year-old James Eagle was arrested after an accident on West Kemper. Among other things, he was charged with leaving the scene and stealing a license plate to put on his car afterwards. Once behind bars, he quickly came up with a plan to get out of jail. An affidavit says James Eagle made several recorded phone calls from the jail to the clerk's office, posing as Judge Richard Bernat. He told the pretrial services staff to give James Eagle OR bonds. That means no cash, just a promise to return to court. The Clerk of Courts office said it did everything it was supposed to do. It called Judge Richard Bernat and asked him if he made that phone call. He said no. Then it called the sheriff's office. So people knew about the call, but the next day, when James Eagle showed up in court before Judge Bernat, there was nobody there asking questions. Even the judge didn't say anything.
I don't think anyone did anything wrong particularly. We could always improve upon our communication and make sure that that's prompt and timely. We need to shore that up a little bit. But at the end of the day, his little ruse, his little scheme did not work.
It didn't work because he didn't get out on OR bond. Eagle got out after paying 10% of a $5,000 bond on the felony charge for stealing that license plate. But then, an encore performance. On Friday, a detective came here to Central Warrants to sign charges on Eagle for the phony call caper. After he left, according to an affidavit, Eagle called warrants, said he was the detective, and that the warrants were a mistake. That worked for a while because they weren't entered into the system.
Mr. Eagle is not as slick as he thinks he is, and I think once he's apprehended and facing these 3 additional charges,
including impersonating a police officer on the original charges, Eagle might have spent a few months in prison. Now it could be a few years. Deborah DIXON, Local 12 News.
And there is a $1,000 Wheel of Justice reward for information about where James Eagle is hiding. It's paid out through Crime Stoppers. The hotline number is 352-3040. Callers are identified by code numbers, not names.